So I have actually the May agenda,
Okay.
but I do kind of motion to just kind of focus on the farm social. Can we do that?
You bet.
Sure.
I do have, it's basically the old business is farm social, and so I kind of say, let's focus on that, and then if we can, we could move on, but if we can't, we should just focus on that.
Okay.
Just because
Sounds
I
good.
feel like the mission to finish before we cease meeting,
Yeah.
if we even can cease meeting.
Yes. Right, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so, did we have any success with possibly having any place to have it?
I've been so busy.
I know,
frankly.
that's where I'm at too.
We can
So-
host.
You're an amazing man, thank you so much.
I'll let Debbie know.
Okay, and we'll try to do everything, like, we'll try to bring everything that we
Yeah.
can, and I'll, once Lori's back, which I think is really soon, I could talk to her about like what kind of money we have for the year to put towards this.
Nothing was put in for her last budget.
No, I think, we put in for the 300, I think, that they give us.
Yeah.
Which we should have like a couple years of that, I would hope. But I do propose that,
Yeah, but I don't, see, the problem with this town is that you.
it doesn't roll
we
over.
don't- Yeah, they don't,
Ooh,
most of the,
Yeah.
most of the committees have a revolving one, but I don't know whether we do. So I'll follow up on that.
That'd be
really
amazing.
quickly.
That'd be super. And I do propose next year that maybe we could talk about writing a grant through the Cultural Commission for next year.
Yeah.
And
sounds
like
good.
maybe try to get like $500 or something to have enough to like put the signs out. I have some interest, Larry, who's on Williamsville, he wants to go back to the farm day. And that would be nice to be able to like afford to have the signs to put in front of our farm so that people know where to go,
Right.
And I remember you used to do it and that was lovely, and we had a bunch of people that
Yeah.
would do it and that was lovely. And
That
so,
would be awesome.
then
Yeah.
maybe we could resurrect that back. And I know Keith and I went to several meetings of the whole conglomerate of the North Central Ag Commissions, and they do like a whole thing. Maybe we could get back on that to a sort of,
Yeah, they kind of expanded
Right.
with, got involved with, like growing solutions or out of Leominster. It's not growing solutions, but it's not growing pains. I can't think of the exact name.
I can't either.
Yeah, and they kind of lumped in with them, and they did do some type of an open house, or
For grants. Was that what we were supposed to go to but didn't in Fitchburg?
yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to look back on emails on that.
Right.
But I don't know if they went back to doing farm tours in the towns.
Huh.
So that'd be a question. Get in touch with ML from Westminster Ag Committee.
Okay. Yeah.
And see, look up on that. I'm gonna make myself a note for that one.
So that's just the future, like, maybe,
Right.
because I know that the grant for the Cultural Commission has to be in by October, and I've done it in the past, and it's not that big a deal, and I've had great success getting it, like, any year that I've done it, and I feel like we should do it between us, Agricultural Commission, the Economic Development, and the, like, if we can't, well, maybe we could get it every year, but it would be for the Right to Farm brochure.
Right.
And we also have to, I bet I can get a photographer to come to take the picture for us, because that's like kind of our mission this year, is to get that picture of the farmers
Right.
for the Right to Farm brochure.
To get the picture at the social? Aha,
Right. Yeah, that's,
awesome.
that's where we, you know, it was when we started talking about the brochure, you know, what are we gonna put on the front of it? And,
Yeah. The farmers,
You know,
yeah,
yeah, just get all of the farmers and
yeah,
take their picture.
Yeah.
sounds great.
So, and then I guess we'll have to figure out how to get people there, like how to get it out there. But maybe we could get like Katie Young to like put it out or something, like it's the farm celebration or something like that.
Okay, we are,
She's more into recurring events, however, I think.
Ours is gonna be a reoccurring event.
we can do, I assume a Saturday afternoon / early evening would be best.
Whatever is best for you.
Um,
We will work around
Any-
you. Beggars cannot be
anything-
choosers.
August, but anything but the first weekend in August.
Very good.
So
So
I
let's
may have
kind of
different
look at
schedule
a,
than she has, but. but
even
that-
if we just have a tentative date, that would
Yeah.
be like absolutely stupendous. So we're out into August, and we might be able to have one more meeting before this, which would probably be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, hey, usually it's still really nice. Would you prefer like a Friday or a Saturday? Saturday, probably. Saturday early evening sort
Yeah,
of thing.
I think if Saturday we could start, say, 4-ish.
How about
And-
Saturday, August 27th at 4? And this is just tentative. You can kind of run it by and we'll just like, this is like what it is and we can try to
Right.
change it if you need to.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
And then what, probably
I'm
till
free.
7?
Right.
What was that?
4 to 7?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just tentatively have that for the farm social, and usually the weather's nice.
Yeah, that's a good time of the year.
If,
Yeah.
could we potentially do Sunday if
Is
it
it raining?
rains?
Yeah, and, yeah.
But you do have that nice little awning thing, maybe
Right.
we could just like do it there.
Depends how many people we have.
True. But, so, and then that's what we should probably work on from now until our next meeting is, getting our list together.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
And honestly, like, if we're gonna ever raise money and stuff, we kind of need an email list.
Right.
And maybe that's how we should actually do it, since I'm just frustrated beyond belief trying to get this list. It's like I even went there and then I emailed the guy and I get no response, and then everyone's like, I got a list, but then I never get a list. And honestly,
Oh.
we should just do it digitally anyway.
Yeah, probably should be.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
So
How do we
pish
start?
posh with that. Let's just have it online.
How do we start?
Just try to get people's emails, like, so we had
I'm gonna look that up,
yeah, so we have a
starting point.
yes, we have a list, but like I think it's addresses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might be a couple emails, but might be some
But
emails.
we might, I
Yeah.
could probably spend like a couple hours online and probably translate it into at least a social
Sure.
media account.
Yeah, do that.
That'd be great.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I mean, even if we only have names,
Mm.
um,
Might be able to,
we can go talk to them
and then,
and get
What a concept. Yeah,
and get their phone number. And,
or we could add, with the addresses, we could ask for emails.
We could
In the
try-
RSVP, they could RSVP via, and then we could maybe have a group.
Yeah. Send
I would
postcards.
think that we're going to have to, we're going to be approaching people who don't know who we are as a group.
Well, all these other basic people came in the past.
Yeah, for that particular list, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for that, okay, that particular list. So
Yeah.
we can, so this is a message of,
And
we're getting back.
yes,
Yeah.
right. And even we could just have who we had in the past. Like, it doesn't have to be an expansion situation this time.
Yeah.
It could just be our
Right.
core.
Yeah, it might be a little contraction there, but
That's fine.
Yeah,
you might
If-
be able to pick up a person here or there too.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What's the official definition of a farm? Is there one?
Yes, that you file, so honestly, as long as within 5 years, you file a Schedule F, which is basically like the farm tax document,
Uh-huh.
and if you are under the farm acreage, which is like 5,
5 acres or more,
right,
there's a certain set of rules. 2 acres to 4.99, there's a separate set of rules.
and I believe you have to at least have $1,500 of income by the first 5 years to still be a farm if you don't have 5+ acres and a 61A classification.
Okay.
And it's really like a, shed a tear kind of thing, because most people who do a Schedule F, like it's something like 60% of them don't make more than $7,500, and they all have some other income to support that farm, and that's nationwide.
Wow.
So if you do the, anywhere between that $1,500 and $7,500, bravo, you're a successful farmer in the United States of America, which is pathetic.
yeah. Yeah. Well, we're 61A, so, and, if my wife said to me, well, we'll only make that much money, I'd say, we're out of here.
Exactly.
So
Right.
it's not hard to
Yeah.
do. When we first came to town, that the amount of money we had to make in a year was like $500.
Right.
And what we did is I bought 3 dozen laying hens and a little red thing for my daughter to pull around, and she sold the eggs.
Adorable.
And
Yeah.
and it was, that's how we did it.
That's adorable. But
Yeah.
as a viable income source,
Yeah.
it just isn't.
Yeah.
Which is
No.
reality here
Yeah.
in the United States
And
of
as
America.
soon as my sheep were making money, I got rid of them damn chickens.
It's nice, though. I have heard of people like, getting college money for their kids with the
Yeah.
eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we are making some good progress here. So,
The reason I ask about the definition is there's some people up on my road who have huge gardens and sheep and stuff.
so our definition, so that they can come to the farm party,
Yeah.
is if they have a
They have
tree
to
that bears
hold them.
fruit.
Oh,
Hold the mirror up, and if there's a breath on the mirror,
okay.
If
All right.
they have a potted plant that
Okay.
they semi keep alive and
All
call
right.
an herb, they can come.
All right.
it's like fire and farm supporters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not using the tax
Okay.
definition.
Alrighty. Well, that's good because that's
Yeah.
where I qualify.
Beautiful. You're an amazing person, and and there's nothing wrong with being a hobby farmer.
That's
And-
right.
Right. Yeah. And
How about an aspiring farmer?
that's exactly it.
Right.
Yeah. And that's great.
Awesome.
And
Most
even,
all of us are still expiring.
Yeah.
and I
Expiring or
would,
expiring, one.
and I think we should include
Perspiring.
homesteaders. Because homesteaders, if you're,
Yeah.
and that's really what we're talking about, is the
Right.
name of the game is self-sufficiency, to kind of have the lifestyle, to kind of cut back on costs, and, it's kind of more like that.
Yeah.
So,
Great.
the
So invite-
regular Hubbardston citizen, and the more the merrier, because we want to kind of spread the culture in
Yeah.
the town. Because
Awesome.
that's why we're
Right.
all here, we love that culture.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And that's why I think the Cultural Commission grant will just fit right in.
Great.
I agree.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
and I think in the future we could have it actually be a networking event that we could actually kind of try to gain
Yep.
exposure and possible
Well,
customers.
we're gonna, we're gonna, all of us run across people who could attend this thing, and that would be, you know, one of the things we should be doing was getting our arms around them and getting them
Yeah.
in the organization.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
Can I volunteer to make invitations?
Please.
I'm
That-
thinking like postcards, and we can hand them out to people or put them in the mail if we don't.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're gonna handle the money. You're gonna handle the place.
Debbie.
Yes. I'm gonna handle trying to get people to come. And you're gonna handle once we figure out that too. So actually, you could have it in a digital format for right now.
That's
and if
what
we
I'm
can
thinking, yeah.
secure the money, wonderful. If not, we will do like try to do an email or
Yeah.
a social media type
Yeah,
blast.
yeah. And I can print them at school, if, you know, if it's printing's an issue.
We should be able to print them there too,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah,
Because it is
should.
for town.
Yeah.
So how's that?
And you're going to help me with the money.
Sure. Yep. Yeah. I got your back.
Okay.
You're the surgeon. I'm the nurse. We're gonna get it out of them.
What do we provide? Is it a bring your
We-
own or?
Yeah, potluck.
Let's do what we did before, which is the potluck. If we do get the list, we'll have. I think it was entrees up until like R or something, and then it was R to Q
Yeah,
was
once we
like
see what the list is,
was
yeah.
dessert or something.
Everybody's.
And honestly, we could even have a free-for-all, just bring whatever you want, folks.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Farm food, bring it.
That's right, 85 kinds of cake, I'm happy.
Delicious. Yeah. Really
Sounds good. We have a plan.
Right. And I do believe in the past, the majority of our budget was spent on this party, so why
Right.
not, follow suit
Right.
until we secure other funds.
Yep, sounds good.
Perfect. So I think we will, for the grant, I propose that we just keep receipts for sure of whatever it is. So
Absolutely.
then we can just put that towards the grant application, because then
Right.
we'll know exactly what, and so however much it costs for you to do the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of have
Yeah.
an idea so that we can put it down as so this is how much we'll need to pull off this event, and maybe a little because we're going to expand.
Right.
Yeah.
I probably have enough red Solo cups and paper plates to staff an army, so
That's awesome.
I'll
Yeah.
run those.
Yeah, and it's not like we'll have a big budget, so any sort of donations to
Yeah.
the party are welcome with open arms.
Yeah.
And I always put in that, there's some leeway for donations, because we never had supplies for the crafts and stuff, so it was the supplies were donated. Do you know what I mean?
Stuff
Yeah.
for little kids to do.
It was actually
you're
here.
thinking?
It was in the senior
Oh.
center. But
Oh.
yeah, kids would be great.
Yeah.
What we had gotten the grant before for was we were going to do a harvest garden and then a harvest fest, and that was going to be with the Agricultural Commission, the school, and then possibly have the farm event be the farm fest, or at least be the farm day that we used to do, because we did used to do a farm day with the school, which was magnificent too.
Yeah,
As-
it was.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
It was very enjoyable, especially when the animals pooped. that was always the main event.
The fifth graders got to see the poop, the second graders didn't.
Not old
No,
enough.
that's cute. And that too would be well granted,
Right.
so, but then COVID hit, and then we couldn't even plant the garden. They wouldn't even let us near,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
they wouldn't even let us on the school property to plant it ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about bring something to eat or something to drink or something for little kids to do? Is that too dicey?
In the past, we didn't have
It was
little
adults.
kids.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just for grown, okay.
It
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
You could
she-
have
What she did here for her,
Oh, a
was a
different,
kid thing, yeah.
gotcha.
It
All
was
right.
instead of career day, it was farm day, and
That's
we
right,
went to
that's
them.
right. Yeah,
and
I remember
Polina
you
did
talking
it.
about it. That's right.
She
That's
did it.
right.
Yeah, we had that was really nice.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And we had Rusty, Dusty, and the pig, and then he had alpacas,
Yeah.
and then we had the honey lady do a whole
Oh, yeah.
thing. It was
Yeah.
it was a lot.
Yeah.
Because it was like bing, bang, boom. You had every class for like 10 minutes. It was
It's
wild.
great.
But you
It's
got to
great.
meet every single kid in the entire town,
Oh,
Yeah.
which was
That's
incredible.
so cool.
And then it would carry over to the Hubbardson celebration and the Lions because they had met us. You
Right.
know what I mean? Which was
Yeah.
nice.
that is so cool. Awesome. Okay.
So I guess like we could just like really quick so the brochure thing is going in with the farm social. Do we have any bylaw update?
No.
No.
It's currently, or last meeting we had, Chris Monroe was going to be trying to write up a document. He needed more time. And then currently, I think our commission or group or whatever has expired and we had to be renewed.
Okay.
So I think that's, I think
Ours, like-
next, the ad hoc committee.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
So I think I got an email asking whether I still want to be on it. It had to be approved by the selectmen. So I think we're in the hurry up and waits just to meet
Right.
again at this point.
Beautiful. I believe that, and this is going to be federal, but the auxiliary house dwelling thing passed, which is going to be a federal thing, but it already passed here, which is basically that you can put a small rental property in your backyard,
Wow.
and that's supposed to solve the housing crisis. But so that part at least has passed. You can have like a long-term,
Is
you
that-
know, auxiliary dwelling unit back behind as long as you fit the building criteria for our town. So I guess it's like, but that's gonna be federal.
We have a picture for the flyer.
That's perfect, actually. We'll
Oh,
just have
listen.
you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, send it to me. Front of the postcard. It's adorable.
So
That was our wedding day.
aren't they cute?
After the wedding.
That was your hoedown here.
That's adorable.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. I knew it was your wedding picture, but I just in case. And then the disaster preparedness plan, again, we're trying to get the list to no avail, really. I'll keep trying. But I have been talking to horse people, and they're really, really interested in having our fire department trained. So, and they're like, I already got, I think people will easily be able to get funds for that, because they're like, yeah, we'll put in $20, we'll do $100, like, let's do this. And I think we have to get like $1,000. And that might be something we could try to kind of talk about at the farm social.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And just kind of, and that, I bet I could get some horse people. We should target some horse people,
Ah,
you know, and I think they usually come anyway. But
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
invite
there
the
were.
Barnes, or, yeah. So, I know
They
that
got
the
horses.
Burn Shirt,
They got, they're
Stephanie and
Yeah.
Bob, they come. And I'll just try to get horse people or something
Sure.
too.
the other thing I can volunteer to do is make some brochures, some handouty kind of things, if we want to have them. So we could have a handout thing for the disaster preparedness. We could have invite your farmer friends that aren't here, handout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be great. It would be nice to have maybe even to just put in the town area and maybe the market and maybe the diner, just to say that there is the farm social. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's how we got a good amount of people,
Yeah.
was just like having, I know that's how we
We
did
got a
it.
few different ones from that, yeah.
And
Great.
I think that's how we did the farm day anyway. We just had the flyers at the major locations in town.
And they put it out in the school
Oh, and they put it out in the school.
Uh-huh.
on the
Yeah.
farm day, yeah.
We would give them and they would put them to give the kids
Yeah.
and the kids would take them home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe, because it is at 4, maybe we should open it up to kids. And then we could do the same thing. It's just, you know, future farmers of America. You know, because the kids know if they have animals.
let me think about that one,
That's a good idea.
because
That's a whole.
we don't
yeah.
like kids.
Well, no, it is a
No,
whole nother can of
it's-
worms.
Yeah,
But it
Yeah.
is a way that we could, maybe we could save that for the farm day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that, and that'll be next year.
That's more
Right.
controlled.
Yeah. And then there
Yeah.
was this spotted lanternfly. I had given the info, and so it went on the Facebook for the town. So I think it's like, it's just some spotted lanternfly. There was the info, it was posted on Facebook, and it just is coming from landscaping plants. And
Yeah.
we just want to make sure that they don't come into our town, which I think we did what we could already on that.
There's the jumping worms too. Have you been following jumping worms?
I
No.
was following it.
Same thing, it's worms that jump that are invasive, basically.
So again, what, like, do you just like pick them off like this and make sure that they, you know,
No,
is that, what do you do?
It's like an earthworm,
Okay.
Yeah.
but they
Jump.
they damage plants,
Okay.
grass, etc., gardens, and so on.
Yeah.
It's a real
another
thing.
whole
If
thing.
we
It's
have,
pretty scary.
Yeah.
if we have any info, email it and then I'll get it posted.
Yeah.
How's that? And I think that's a really good service we could do for the town, is
Yeah.
kind of keep a front on invasive
And I-
plants and bugs and stuff.
Yeah, I want to start doing something about invasive plants too, because every time I drive past that Japanese knotweed, I just want to get out and burn it.
So I'm sure you could start talking to the DPW.
Okay.
And then we can work with them. They're very good
Yeah.
to work with on
Yeah.
how we can get the supplies needed, and if they would assist us in laying them, type of thing,
Yeah.
or at least get. I'm sure we could.
Yeah.
They'll help us. They'll help us if they can. You know.
Yeah. The easy way to get rid of Japanese knotweed is lay down 1/4-inch
Which you
metal
had
mesh
mentioned.
on top of it.
So maybe we can talk to them,
I'll
and then
talk to
maybe
them.
they can help us
Yeah.
lay it.
Yeah,
Um,
because it's all up Williamsville Road now. It's coming.
maybe that could be like an off-season thing, because like when it's
Yeah.
all dead, maybe they could lay it.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
doesn't come back, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if wood chips would work, because there's a
No.
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 Yeah. It has to be
Needs a-
metal.
Yeah.
The metal's just expensive.
Well, the thing, yeah, I know, but the thing about the metal is it tries to grow and it can't grow and it doesn't get fed, so it dies. It gives up
Gotcha.
Eventually.
eventually. Yeah, I mean, it takes a year or two, but you just lay the stuff down and leave it. You don't have to spray it or anything.
That's gonna be like a constant problem, so we'll just like kind of keep that on the
Yeah.
docket, you know?
And I'll look for sources of money to buy mesh with. See what I
Well,
can
that's
find out.
another,
Later.
something
That's
we
not-
can think of
yeah,
of
it's
how
not-
to.
It's not a party subject, though.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll keep that on that'll be a consistent issue, insects and
Yeah.
invasive plants.
Good.
Cool. So, and that brings us to open forum, which I think we're clear on that, right?
Yep.
Anybody else have anything else they want to bring to the table?
Nope.
Not at the moment.
No, I think we've got enough on the ticket now to keep us.
I do too. Yeah, so we'll all be in touch.
I'll confirm by email date for sure.
Yeah, and then so I don't know how it got. I think it was probably because one of the rooms was taken. So then I think they bumped us to the third Tuesday. But let's try to just make a meeting for next. Can we try to have a meeting in July?
Sure.
So do we want to stick with? How about you tell us what works for you?
Well,
Because I know it's a lot with the farmers market.
yeah,
So is there, I know David was having like other meetings, but I think if another day other than Tuesday,
I have Tuesday and Wednesday, or Tuesday and Friday.
you're good days.
We're,
So
yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday are your better days available?
Yes, Wednesday and Thursday. And I would prefer Wednesday, actually, because I do have something in the afternoon.
How are Wednesdays for all of you all?
Works for me, yeah.
So how about we tentatively schedule for maybe after, maybe the 13th of July or the 20th of July, which would be a Wednesday.
Why don't we say the 13th so we
Yep.
have more time to
Yep.
prepare stuff?
And then what would we say, like 7?
Yep.
Would 7 p.m.
Yeah.
start
Sure.
be okay?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's fine.
What day was that?
And that will go for an hour.
Wednesday,
The 13th,
13th.
tentatively, ag. And I will, put the agenda in. And it seems like the agenda's the same, basically, because we can just kind of review a little bit. Maybe drop the bylaw until something
But we
comes
need-
about.
when we post the meeting, we have to put a agenda there.
It's just kind of saying, keep it the same, maybe drop the bylaw, and then I'll send in this meeting.
Right.
Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, just that, you know, if we have.
Primary party.
Yeah. You know, one of my other things is to get everybody being photographed or that we can get in. So I am pounding on the people that don't want to have their meetings. There's one going on tonight, and I did not. I canceled going in because it's going to be a fight, and I didn't want to leave someone like that to try to deal with it. So,
That's kind of you.
Yeah, really.
so
Okay, but I think we're good here, right?
yep,
Would you like to motion to adjourn, Tom?
I'll do that.
I'll second it.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.